And we're back with this Process Beige Box machine. Some of you might remember this system was rescued after it got drenched in a fire, which is kind of the strange thing when you think about it, but trust me, that's what happened. And unfortunately the motherboard inside no longer functions. So what are we going to do? Well, I'd hate to throw away a case like this because there's really nothing overly wrong with it otherwise. It's a little dirty, it's obviously not in the best of shape, and all that, but it just so happens I've got some Process parts laying around in the form of this motherboard, and I'm going to install that. Now, we do have one problem that I'll get into here in just a second. Here's what's going on inside the case. Now, I've already gone ahead and done what I was going to do, but the board that was originally installed in this, if you remember, was a micro ATX board. As such, it had fewer standoffs than the full-size ATX board I'm going to be putting in. In fact, actually, I don't even think I had enough for a micro ATX board. I have 7 standoffs at my disposal here. The likelihood that I am going to find 4 additional standoffs to match the 11 standoffs I need for that are both of going to work with that and with this case is, well, practically about 0, so I'm going to just live with what I've got. 7 standoffs I've positioned like this. Hopefully there is minimal board flex. I'm not going to be able to completely eliminate it, but I really don't care because I'm the only person who's going to be using this case anyway. I've also gone ahead and, as you can see there, I've installed the I/O shield. A fan would probably be of benefit, but I don't know if I've got any. I think that's a 50mm fan. I don't think I've got any of those laying around. And the other issue I've got here is this. That's for the front panel audio, and this is for the front panel USB. That is going to be a disaster to try and hook up, so I don't know if I'm even going to bother hooking that up. I guess we're going to find out. Wow, what a pain. I tell you what. Manufacturers that make these stupid single-pin housings like this, for anything, they can go eat a bag of unmentionables, because this was crap. I don't know why they came up with this design in the first place, but it serves no purpose other than to irritate the system builder. But they're in, and I hope they're hooked up correctly. I guess we're going to find out. Likewise, I hope the reset switch is hooked up properly and the power LED, because the manual was not very helpful with the front panel designations. So, we're going to have to assume on that one. So I'm going to get some RAM, I'm going to get a power supply, and we're going to power this thing up and see if it goes boom. Well, this is interesting. As it turns out, the system has no onboard video. So I had to go into my collection and find an AGP video card, which means that that's going to add another variable to my test, which I was hoping wasn't going to happen. I'm not going to hook up a keyboard in case it explodes, because I'm overdue to have a power supply and or computer blow up in my face. So not only have I not hooked up a keyboard, I've also put the cover on. Are you ready for this? It's probably going to come on immediately as soon as I hit this power switch. Here we go. Aha! It lives. Sweet. It's probably going to try and boot to nothing because there isn't anything plugged in. So let's check our front panel. Oh, the LED actually works. Cool. So I hooked it up correctly. Awesome. Wow. What a mess this turned into. I'm hoping that I'm not going to have an issue with something blocking this fan. Probably will, but whatever. Also, I hope that the RAM that I installed, all 2 gigs of it, happens to work, because I am not getting it out of there without lots of swear words. In and of itself, it was difficult just to get this in there. And speaking of difficult, I have a 4-pin audio connection here for the CD, because I want CD audio. Analog, or actually I guess it's digital audio over the IDE bus on computers like this is crap. Over the serial ATA connection it's fine, but over IDE it's not, because there is not enough room on the bus to do all of that talking. So I hooked up the cable, except there was one problem. There's no pinout on the CD-ROM, there is no pinout on that connection over there. And apparently, if you look online, you can't find a pinout for this cable anywhere either. What fun. So I had to go find a picture of a cable which was difficult to do because apparently people don't know what these cables are, and I had to map it based on what I've got. So I'm hoping that this is correct. From what I could tell, the red wire, based on this, with the little tab at the top, the red wire is the leftmost and the white wire is the rightmost. And there's 2 black wires in the middle. Or 1 black wire, but there's 2 on this one. Hopefully it doesn't explode in my face. But we're going to find out. F4 to enter setup. So, here we go. Pentium 4 2.8, 800 megahertz front side bus. Everything there looks okay. Good to go. I need to set all of this. Well, usually it gives you quite a bit of time before the battery dies. At least this camera does. I guess not this time. My battery is starting to go bad. That would kind of suck. Well, one thing you can see right off the bat is that there's a DVD burner in here now as opposed to the CD-ROM, because the CD-ROM drive actually doesn't work. Apparently it did not survive the fire and subsequent flood either, but yet the floppy drive did. I know that the floppy drive works. So that's kind of interesting. Second thing is that I've managed to install Linux Mint 19 on this. And so we're going to, last part of the video, we're going to see it run. I have verified my reset switch works. And I also switched the hard drive LED around, so the hard drive LED now also works. As you can see there. Even have the process logo, so it's authentic. The hard drive LED is very orange. Now, most of them are an amber color, but this one is more like a bright orange. The power LED is definitely a little dim, but that's to be expected for something like this. Well, that is pretty much it for the video. I can't think of anything else to tell you. So the only thing I really got to do next is try out the front panel connections and maybe try out the S-Video output on the back. See if that'll work, which I highly doubt it will, but you never know. I could be very surprised by that. It's actually really snappy when you consider that it's only a Pentium 4 2.8. And a socket 478 one at that, so it's only a Northwood. Of course, it does have an 800 megahertz front side bus. Anyway, there you can see it. I'll have to do some customizations later, but right now I'm out of time because I got other things to do. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off, and I hope to see you next time. Till then.